Go to title screen. Go up, down, left, and right. You should hear the chime.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Oh, wait. That one's not going to matter. Hey, everyone. Ah, my mic's way over here. Oh, I should have reframed my camera. Maybe I won't be over here most of the time. I'm going to have to figure this out as I go. Hey, everyone. It's me, Lawrence. There's a crisscross applesauce of arms for mics and for webcams right now. Set the BIOS to Wumbo. We're not at the BIOS level yet. Hacky keyboard, thank you. Yeah, it's doing the matrix crawl. I changed the color to mint to make it match the desk. Verbose toast. Wait, hold on. I got my stuff backwards. Strider, thank you for the sub. You're building a Gundam? That is building friendship. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, everyone's constructing something right now, aren't we? Okay, so last time I did this, I was swerved a little bit because I lost a lot of, like, yeah, the hourglass is in view. I got my number one preferred Sanic G Fuel shaker here, ready to go. Because it's been a long day, but I have something to celebrate, and I'm choosing to do that by biting off another problem, like another task to solve. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that too. And good old Sanic and me, we're gonna have the power together. Oh wait, what's that? Wait, is it working? Oh, I didn't click on the right window. Oh man, now the thing's working. Oh. I never thought that was going to be an issue, but now it is. Now it is. Anyway, it's a 30% off weekend for G Fuel. If you want 30% off your G Fuel order, now's a good time to do it. And you can even do it getting the new Flavor Bomb based on Free Guy in theaters. Only in theaters now. What's that? Is that a panther? Oh! There we go. Ugh, that is indeed a flavor bomb. Jeez. I like cotton candy a little bit. Little bit. Is it really 30% off without an explosion? No. We live in the United States, and here savings equal explosions. Any recommendations on flavors? I like watermelon a lot. I like peach a lot. So, watermelon is really good. Watermelon mint. I like peach iced tea. I like Sonic's peach rings. You know, Flavor Bomb's pretty good. It's like, this is weird to say considering most of them don't have sugar. I think this one has a little bit of sugar in it. It's 15 calories instead of 0. So, Flavor Bomb is a little on the sweeter side. Excuse me. Got the Tetris flavor? Yes, but I haven't tried any of them yet. Actually got the, in case y'all couldn't tell, hashtag sponsored. I got the Tetris box, which I'm really excited about. Because it has, like, not only does it have a Tetris shaker in it, which I'm finding that I'm actually starting to, like, I don't know what it is about G Fuel, but they keep, like, striking deals with all the brands and stuff that I really like. But it also has, like, a different flavor and color for each shape. So each shape has its own thing, and I don't know what piece to start with. I don't know, I'm paralyzed. Do I just go right for the I piece, the L piece? The trusty T? T is always my favorite. So, each Tetroid, Tetramino, Tetrad. Alright. That's enough him and han. Hashtag Adden. 30% off. Code SirLore. Free Guy only in theaters. Alright, that's all the hashtag ads for now. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off my PC and throw it up on this operating table here. Unlike last time, the software is already set up, provided I plug everything back into the right SATA ports, shouldn't be a problem. Only issues would be it won't turn on, or it melts due to an improper installation. But what are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? Probably really small. So, whatever. Recently saw Free Guy and oof, y'all, oof. I'm curious about it. The trailer makes it look like exactly the kind of movie I would have wanted to see when I was like 12. A new wizard, if you will. A coming of age tale. But about video games. Hellblock did win GameFAQs Character Battle 2007. I'd say that's a good one to start with. Can't argue with results, really. Can't argue with results. Okay, so first things first, though, I'm gonna kick on my video game radio because this is like, I don't know, become a weird tradition, I guess. Ooh, okay. Might be a little much. No, that's probably, yeah, that might be a little loud. I could throw a compressor on that, but let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet. I'll try my best, but it's like pixel precise. All right. Now the next step. Oh, I've done zero prep, by the way. Like I have some tools here, but that's it. I have to move everything off my my PC because I use it as storage because I have no room over here. And I have a whole bunch of junk to get out of the way too. And there's like 1,000 billion cords to unplug. So, what is this jam from? Phantom Brave, Game Breaker, is the name of the track. Just FYI, this is the radio at rpgamers.net. rpgamers.net/radio for a free online streaming video game playlist. Some tools show single screwdriver. What else do you need? I got this. I got my fingertips. I got my claws. That's it. That's all I need. And a dogged determination and my Sanic G Fuel shaker. 30% off. Yeah. Giant guns. I actually did work out today. It felt so good. I've actually been working really hard, you guys. I haven't been streaming at all. But I've been bouncing. I've been doing stuff. I've been flexing the gamer skills in secret ways that will become less secret. Remember to take pictures before you disconnect stuff? The only things I think I need to take a picture of are the SATA ports. I mean, I basically, for the past year or so, I've been like pitching around elevated. I'm kind of weirdly framed in the webcam right now and try to ignore that. Actually, wait, I wonder if I can... No, I won't mess with it. I have a different like webcam framing group set up, but I don't biting off too much. Could you recommend a power supply for an EVGA 3080 real quick? I mean, I got a really generic power supply from like the local Fry's. I don't think you really have to worry about it too much, to be honest. As long as you're hitting the right wattage. I haven't seen or heard of anyone's computer fault because their power supply couldn't deliver the right voltage. I think if you just buy one. Yeah, PC part picker, yeah. Okay, alright, what was I... Alright, time to turn the PC off. Yes, let's do that. And nothing will break. Yes, nothing will break. Not uploading anything. Okay, switch this over here. There we go. Everything's fine. Not panicking at all. I'm gonna start moving some junk. So I'm gonna be like around. I'll be looking at chat and stuff, but like there's piles of things. Let's just iterate through, shall we? Here's a little fan. Stephanie got this because we're gonna be traveling around in Italy, and it's apparently pretty warm. So she was like, we should have little fans. So she got this. And then I threw away the lanyard because I didn't know what it went to, and I was like, I don't know why this is here. There's a mask and 2 hard drives that are loaded down with top secret footage. Top secret. Desktop mic. Doom novel and a old hard drive that I genuinely don't know what to do with. A name card that fell off the top of my desk. There it is. See, it's nice to have on like a nice little business desk, but I don't have a desk. Like I have this. There's a paperwork. My vaccination card. All right. I ordered a carrier for this because I'm gonna have to take it with me when I travel. I hope it gets here in time. All right. My sweet claw. If the night goes well, I should be busting this thing out. I really need another screw though. Oh, I think I may have a backup screw. I don't know. There's like, I think I lost a screw, so one of these hinges is pretty loose. But I did finally find the screwdriver to tighten it down, and I'm hoping I can. Yeah, it's this little like wobbly guy. So the only thing that's a little rough about this controller is that to click the stick, you actually have to push in on it pretty hard. And that ends up kind of making this shift on the table sometimes. I need to really get down there and crank that in. Anyway, that's the reason I'm swapping out my cooling actually, is because I was pretty sure that I was getting thermally bottlenecked by Cyberpunk, and I can't have that. I want to devote every possible CPU cycle I have to Cyberpunk, and it's not fair for me to give it any less than a properly cooled CPU that can operate at maximum frequency. Okay, there's some random stickers and stuff that I haven't put on my case yet. I have a very intricate and artistic case mod, wherein whatever sticker I get through life's journeys, I slap it onto my CPU case. It's essentially like stamps on a passport or, you know, travel stickers on luggage, except I don't go anywhere. So that's what I do. I take adhesive paper back with me, and I stick it on my PC. This got sent to me because they sent me an EDF World Brothers package, which is really nice. Yeah, I was getting very hot with Ultra RTX. Yep, sure was. I mean, it was hitting 90, and I'm pretty sure, like, people were saying, you know, that is thermal cap. So if you're hitting 90, the CPU is like underclocking itself to avoid from melting or making math errors. I was still getting pretty good performance, but still, I actually noticed when I was first testing the build, I was running 3D Mark with a couple of different setups in the BIOS. And I noticed that when I tried to do a blanket overclock setting, it actually got worse. And I was like, okay, I think that means it's getting thermally restricted. But also sometimes overclocking is just worse. Like everything is at the exact right frequency to lock in with each other. What flavor of G Fuel is going into your custom water loop? That's a really good question. Whenever I make hackberry, the quintessential hackberry brew, then I will get a syringe and inject my own flavor into my liquid cooling solution, which I hope is going to be sufficient, by the way. Let me go grab it. Gene Hackberry. Forgive my appearance. I'm pretty slovenly right now. I've been posted up, crunching away on a project, which I'm really excited about. But anyway, so I got this guy, the Corsair HD60. I got this because it's the only one that can really fit in like one fan port. Because I have an old ass case that doesn't really have the like rack for an entire radiator to mount along the top. So the heatsink I have in there now is so massive. It's so big. So in some way, it's kind of hard for me to believe that this is going to be more thermally efficient than that monstrosity. If it has like a radiator that's that big. But we'll see. Is it the stock heatsink? There is no stock. Or rather, there wasn't a stock for the CPU that I got. I bought a disgustingly huge, giant slab of metal to strap onto it, and it works okay. It works okay. I just think that this CPU in general, it's the 5950X, so it's the like shoot your testicles at your back CPU. I don't know what that means, but I said it. Okay. Now I am ready to unplug my CPU and throw it up on the coroner's table here. As usual, so this is kind of interesting. this kit of this thermal grease came with this like thing. I think it has like a finger condom in there, but it's got a thermal paste spreader, a little thermal paste spatula. That's crazy. I think I'll stick with my Blockbuster membership card. Yeah, you can see there. That's the only tool I need to spread thermal paste. Thank you very much. Oh boy. You guys all need to take a moment of solidarity for the audio that no one else will ever be able to hear. These are all exclusive Lawrence anecdotes because this audio is getting muted for sure. Or wait, I don't know. Maybe Riot is like outrageously chill about it, given that they kind of owe their game to Twitch. Is that fair to say? Maybe that's not fair to say. But I'm just trying to shove some things out of the way here. Don't AIOs usually come with thermal paste pre-applied? They totally do. Okay. Well, I still have to clean the thermal paste off the existing one, which won't require this, but will require this. Never heard of Riot sending DMCAs. Oh, I'm not worried about DMCA. Honestly, I don't. Either there is a guardian angel looking out for me at Twitch, or DMCA is genuinely not a problem in the way that people make it out to be. I think some people were used to just wholesale playing copywritten content all the time, and they got dinged, and then they got sore about it. But thermal paste is probably better than what's on the AIO. Well, I mean, as long as it keeps it under 90 degrees Celsius. I'm of the opinion that the relative quality of thermal paste doesn't matter too much. Weatherboxer, thanks for the sub. But we'll see. We'll see. Guess what? We'll see. We'll go through this journey together because I haven't started walking it yet. That's part of the joy here, is the zero preparation. The walking hand in hand. Oh, I think only once you get in the really high end? Okay. Is this a good time for VIP or ban, or is that better for another night? I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, and this might be the best time because you got me before. First of all, this song is wonderfully calming. Is this "Life Is Beautiful" from Deadly Premonition? Yeah. Caught me at a good time. There hasn't been anything to backseat yet. So I'm in a sterling mood. All right, Ebby, let's do it. Let's do it. I think I can just. Here we go. I think I can just do this. Let's see if I can just do this. Okay. All right. I think this will work. Here it is. Let's see. VIP or ban? How's it gonna be? Getting so good at OBS. Oh my god. Look at it work. Gotta get my phone ready. Oh. Okay. Didn't show any secrets. Be double banned. No. That'd be Yasha. Oh crap. Maybe it should have waited. But you did the brave thing. You did the right thing. You're a hero. No one has won since Pop-Tart. I checked it. I checked it, I think. I definitely checked it, I think. Well, Ebiyasha, you've clearly watched the stream a lot. I've seen your name here and there in chat. Because it always makes me think of Inuyasha, but it's like Ebi, so it's not egg, is it? Oh, it's shrimp? Anyway, it's like food plus Inuyasha, or sushi plus Inuyasha, and those are two good things together. Oh, it is shrimp. Yeah, okay. And who wouldn't love Tamagozak? That's right. Okay. Who wouldn't love a nice piece of shrimp? Even a farting shrimp. Yes, indeed. Who wouldn't love a nice piece of shrimp with a nice episode of Inuyasha? Excuse me. Or you can make it Ikuyasha, and then you'd be eating some nice squid. Anyway, these are all pleasant thoughts, but unfortunately, I have to do something that's not so pleasant, and that's ban you for an hour, because all you've done is watch the stream a lot and been nice to be around. It hurts, but I gotta put you in the dirt. I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes sometimes. It's there to remind us of the comical nature of life. Sometimes it just go that way. I could. No, I think chat's just trying to gaslight me. They want me to think that VIP or ban is broken because they're tired of seeing all these people get banned. That's just how it goes, okay? That's just how it goes. Ooh, Swillhoit. Thank you very much for the sub, and Hermdog, thanks for gifting a sub. Thank you very much. All VIPs are legit, okay? I don't want any of this. None of this calling out. Ooh. Oh. That's what a totalitarian would say? Hell yeah. Why do you think people stream? It's because it's hard to actually become a dictator. But if you're nice enough that people come into your little, like, cult of personality, then you get to be the dictator there for a little bit. You get to scream at people, and it makes you feel... That was all a joke, by the way. Hope that was obvious. All right, but now it's not time for joking anymore. The time for joking is over. It's time to mess around with $1,500 pieces of hardware. I really should just get into Gunpla or something. That would be that would be cheaper, and it's made to be messed with. Oh, all right. Damn it! Ugh. All right, well, in the process of trying to pick it up, I turned it on, so now I gotta wait for it to boot so I can turn it off again. Becca Flying Cobra, thank you for the resub. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. I'm glad you enjoy. Good times, good times. Nothing can go wrong. That's what I love about hardware. Is that as long as you're dainty and oh great, it's doing the thing where it's not actually booting. As long as you're dainty and you mind your hands and you don't place them in weird spots and hit buttons you're not supposed to press. Guess what? I'm gonna kill it. Oh, that's the reboot. Oh, screw it. I gotta put you down. I gotta put you down. Sorry. There was some meme that was like, every time you have to hold the power button to hard shut off your PC, this is what you're doing, but it feels like you're smothering it with a pillow. Just go to sleep. Old Yeller. Oh, sweet baby. Jail Burrito advises pouring G Fuel on the motherboard for extreme gaming. I mean, the odds are non-zero. I have my Sonic Shaker right next to an open PC, so if I'm in the middle, if I'm in the middle of like working on my PC and somebody says a really funny joke or I think of a funny meme, I might just like spray it all in there. Who's to say? Who's to say? The only way to find out is to keep watching and to buy G Fuel at gfuel.com using code SIRLAR. You can get the Sonic Shaker with that, by the way. Holy cow. Oh, that's a lot of plugs. Oof. Okay. Clear some room here. Oh god, it's heavy. Uh, okay. So the angles might get a little funky here, and I apologize about that. I have but one very thin desk to try to bolt arms to, and it gives me some limitations about how and what I can do. Anyway, it's just a Dutch angle. Well, thank you. It is a Dutch angle. It's very Dutch, in fact. So here's my eye-catching PC case mods. Are those puffy ghost stickers? They are. They're kind of squishy. I'm surprised they stuck on there, to be honest. I can't remember who gave me these. Oh. Do you feel got a caffeine-free option? Yes, it does. Doc Triceratops. In fact, I have been drinking their caffeine-free option a lot more than their regularly caffeinated version lately because it is fantastic for preventing and remedying hangovers. I haven't gotten like a single drinking headache since I started like drinking that before I go to sleep. When I drink, yeah, 1 shot of G Fuel hydration mix. Oh man, it's amazing how like it really does feel like it's giving your body what it's just entirely used trying to process all the poisons you put into it. So I recommend that entirely for just hangover prevention. And you know, if you're an athlete too, I'm definitely going to start using it that way soon. In the past when I've gone to wrestling practice, I bring a water bottle, but it's never big enough. I drain that thing in like 20 minutes. I sweat a lot. So I drain that thing like 20 minutes and I end up feeling really thirsty and kind of dehydrated on like the ride back home. So I'm going to start putting that in there. And I think if I sip it a little bit, it'll help too. Oh, great. You drink a ton of liquor. Yeah. It's, I really can't recommend it enough. Essentially, it's kind of like a more upscale Pedialyte, which also comes in powdered form, which I tried for a bit, but man, G Fuel Hydration Mix really does just hit right. Okay, so this is the monstrosity I was describing. That's a very big chunk of metal. But I don't think it's actually cooling properly. Because under all of that is a CPU that is getting too hot. What's that about wrestling practice? Oh, Doc, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I've only gone a few times because life has kind of conspired to prevent me from going. There's just been so much going on lately, but after vaccines went out and quarantine started backing off a little bit, I went back to the wrestling academy that I went to for House of Pain. I went there a couple times, but you know that was a couple months ago at this rate. And I really want to go back, but things keep happening on exactly the nights I can go, and it just hasn't worked out. So I'm gonna get up there. Oh, Blue Rocket Pop is super good. That's the one I'm gonna pack when I go to Europe. Actually, Steph requested that I bring one of the cans because she uses it for like hangover prevention too. It's really good for that. I just wondered if, no. Cable management? Yeah, I'm... A single fan isn't moving enough air. There are 3 fans. There's one here, and then there's one here. But that means it's beginning. Have we already switched the coolers? No, we haven't. All I've done is taken off the little Niblies. This is the one that's going out. But I think I need to take out the whole motherboard to replace it, which means I'm not going to do the installation here. Although I think you need to install the... Because I think there's a bracket on the back I'm going to have to change or remove. Let me, look at the handy-dandy instructions. Sick. Uh. So yeah, the pump installs onto the clips that came with the motherboard, but I don't know if I took those off or replaced those for this particular heatsink. Can't remember. And if I take it off and it turns out that I did take those off, then I'm just gonna have to stay with this one because I don't have any way to mount the new one. Hey Jade. New computer bits? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, if you take off the CPU cooler. But if I take it off, then people are going to yell at me to reapply thermal paste. So that's essentially the risk that I'm taking, I guess. But I guess if that's the case, then potentially I don't have to remove the motherboard. Actually, I have to remove the middle fan to be able to take the heatsink off. And that's in there with clips. And I'm pretty sure I will have to at least take out the video card to do that. So let me get in there. That's not so bad, you know? Probably good to do that anyway. You don't want to bang this thing. I mean, it's kind of all tanked up on all sides, but still. Oh no, yeah, that clip of John dropping the ship. Oh man. God bless that man. I want to say the H60 does change the back plate because it has screws at each corner instead of just the bar. Well, I just read the manual and it does not. You have to change the plate or the clip on the heatsink part. But the heatsink part, clips into what's on the board. There's a tiny little release down there that is... Where are you? Usually there is. Maybe there isn't on this motherboard. Are you just gonna let go? I doubt it. Forgot this is a new motherboard. Always a release? Okay. Feel one. Ugh. Husband and I were talking. What have we done before your streams? Oh. You and Chet are gonna be missed once you leave for your trip. Yeah, I should be able to still do like a media tech here and there. That's okay though. Feels like it's clipped in the middle or something. Just rip it out. If your PC is strong, it will survive. I like that thinking. Only the strong deserve to survive. Oh, I think I see it. Woof. Okay, yeah, it's in the middle. I need a really long... I need a really long screwdriver to push on it, I think. Maybe I can get it with this flathead over here. Or the... Where are you? Now we get to stab in a downward motion with a sharp object into our PCs. Best part of the day. Bro, it's so small. I need to go get a flathead. Alonso Flowers, already missing the streams? I've got today and tomorrow, I think. Maybe Tuesday. I think I can squeeze a little bit of time in. But I also, like, gotta get a haircut, I gotta do laundry, I gotta pack. How long is the Italy trip? It'll be about 10 days. But then I have another trip almost immediately after that. So I'll be gone for like 2 and a chunk of weeks. How was the parental visit? It was good. It was good. Time well spent. I guess. Yeah, it was good. I had some good conversations. Caged Money, thank you for the sub and the well wishes. What's the new cooler? It is a Corsair H60 high performance 20mm liquid CPU cooler. It'll be lighter, which I'm into. I don't really care about clearance or I mean, I care about clearance now. I need a screwdriver to get the damn card out. The damn card out. 2 weeks, that's like the blink of an eye. Yeah, I mean, and what's funny is, I mean, this is just America, I guess, but it's actually difficult to take even that amount of time off. I guess it's frustrating because, you know, went so long with nothing to do, and now there's so much to do and no time to do it in. I guess it's just an inverse of problem. Okay. Oh, most of us will be here when you return. I'm glad to hear that. It is like a, no one should have to like obligate to anything. Life is what life is. There is, I guess, that it is a little worrisome to take that much time off, especially when, like, I don't know, it is so day to day. All right, here we go. Oh, this screwdriver's not long enough. Bro, I can't. Oh, God, I can't get to it. I don't know what to do. Whew. How'd you get it in there to begin with? I mean, you just put it in. You just push the card in, and then a little tab snaps into place. I didn't think about the card being utterly inaccessible. It's in the middle of the slot, not at the end. Usually it is at the end. Maybe it's when you have to pull up? Can't even tell if that's it, really. Or maybe you have to push it in? God, let go! Ugh. My tab is not letting go. Okay, I don't know. Oh, it's on the card. What? And now it's gone. Where the... Oh, I see now. Wait, do I? Okay, wait. Well, whatever. That's not that important, really. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. Oh, no, the angle's too messed. Well, luckily that part doesn't matter so much. The little, like, plastic clip on the end came off. I might be able to put it back in. God, alright, well, that's the last time I should ever need to do that. Hey, I found it. There, this little guy. It's just a piece of plastic. I mean, I can probably put it back on. There we go. Back to 100%. Is it one of the clip types where you push it down on it like RAM sticks? I think I've only ever seen the side pull clips for GPUs. Yes, you are correct. At the end, maybe I can get a better... trying to avoid crotch cam here. Let's see if I can just give it a little... There we go. Right here. So I just popped it back into place, but essentially, like, when the thing is down, it's up, and then you have to push it. It's supposed to kick the, like, tab out. So yeah, that's what these are. Yeah, you have to push it down, and then it's supposed to push it up. But it was in there, real annoyingly. And, you know, I couldn't slip my finger down in here to push it. But now that the video card's out, now I can remove the fan, which means I can go down here through a screwdriver and remove the bolts there. And remove this hunk of shit. It's not a hunk of shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Now I have to remember how to... I think I developed a technique, of course, like right at the end of using these clips to really get them on and off easily. Well, this is Psychonauts, isn't it? Yeah. Come on. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's easier. All right. Come out. There. All right. That's one bracket down. I love air coolers that are so big you can kill God. You can vent God's heat. You can vent the heat of the sun. The light from heaven can be dissipated with this chunk of metal. Okay. Now a more... I think a more, difficult extraction. I have to get these clips off of these two sides of this heatsink so that then I can slide the fan out. Okay, right here. I can move a little bit, but he's still clipped in on the other side. Let's take a second back to think about it. Think about things. No need to rush. Yeah, you can see, I don't know, I have the PC power and cooling silencer, ultra quiet power supply. I don't know. I know it works, and it is quiet. Relax, sip on the G Fuel. Enjoy your 30% off discount. Thanks, Sanic. Sanic's always there for me. That's what I love about Sanic. I think I'm gonna remove the CPU power supply here. We have the same cooler. I didn't think it was the worst installing, and it comes with this really nice screwdriver. But I guess I'm used to expecting something of an ordeal when it comes to installing big coolers. Is that your PC? It sure is. Sure is. Last time I saw a hardware stream was CPU replacement. Where does this fall in the lore? This is the next one. As a lot of people, I mean, even the like, there was a note with this CPU that said, we really recommend you liquid cool this, and I was like, I'll just buy a really big air cooler, same thing. And I mean, it worked, but I don't think it was, I think I was losing performance. We get a panther on the prowl. Perhaps we do. Perhaps we do. There it is. There it is. Is liquid cooling not equal to water cooling? It is. Water is a liquid. I think liquid cooling can also be not water. But that is my understanding. There we go. Look at how smart I am. I'm like a monkey that just learned how to sign language or something. The bottom one that's going to be a tricky bitch, but... Just see the Gamers Nexus video where they compared IOs to good air coolers? What's an IO? Air in outs. Oh, bottom one being such a little. There we go. Such a little dillweed. Got it. Club Yeti, thanks for the prime. A monkey firing a diamond-equipped laser is smarter, though? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's see a monkey be smarter than this. I don't think monkey can be, actually. I'm gonna put it out there. I think monkey's stupid. That would have been a perfect time to break something, but I don't think I did. All right. Now this slides out with the greatest of ease. There we go. Look at how big these fans are. Tell me these can't drive the air. I mean, that may be the case. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? It's out of here. Whoops. Gotta watch that. Got crisscrossing. Maybe I need to... Hold on. Maybe I need to... Let me try something here. Maybe it is. Maybe this is a little better. Maybe? Maybe? Am I just not wearing pants? Well, I mean, I have shorts on. But still, you don't want to see the swamp down there. Nobody needs to see that. That's not what this is about. Oh. Oh. All right. Just wanted to rotate a little bit, get a better shot here. Zoom. Look at the graphical freedom I've got now. Ridiculous. Absurd. Let me actually bring the light down a little bit. Even out the exposure a smidge. A little too much. All right, there we go. Okay, now, theoretically, under this guy are 2 screws that, if I take them out, I can just lift this whole big guy right out. Just zoop. I think that's what that can do. Wait. Okay. I see the screw. Okay. How lucky am I gonna be? Oh, that bracket's still there? Okay. For a second, you thought you were watching an ISS maintenance video? It's about as important as that. As many lives are on the line here. Okay. This should just... No? Oh, wait. I thought that... Okay, yeah, that's right. There's like a little cross beam you take out. Okay. Yeah, bad news. I don't know that the original brackets or the original mounting brackets are there. And I don't know that I kept them. I'm also not 100% on how, like, this comes off. Get the hammer. What cooler are you swapping to? This. But I don't think I have the original... I don't think I have the original mounting brackets anymore. And this kind of needs them to be there. Which means I'd have to, like, order replacement brackets to go through those holes, because I don't think this comes with... I think this relies on the brackets that come with the motherboard. Yeah, stock AMD mounting clips. That's fine, I can just get those. Did you not put the original parts back in the motherboard box? No, I'm not a psycho. I may have done that, but I did that for years, and what I resulted with was a box full of parts that I never used for anything. So I actually benefit by throwing all that shit out and then just buying the parts I need when I need them, as opposed to having a closet that's choked with 20-year-old wire adapters and stuff. Show you the Be Quiet coolers using the stock mounting. I put it in. Do you not think I would know? It's not. Although I'm still just confused why it's still locked to the board. I thought that was what was holding this whole thing down. Like it's loose on there now. Maybe you need to maybe you have to unscrew it from the back? At this point? Because I do remember having to do some stuff from the back. Heh 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 heh. Maybe there's another screw you missed? There's only 2 in there. I don't know that I could have missed any. Just weird, because like down. What's holding you down? I swear it's you do just have to maybe it is just kind of bounded to it. Maybe I just have to kind of yank it. Hitting it from the back is important. Yeah, just give it a good whack. Aha! It was just super bound on there. So yeah, I don't want to put that anywhere it's going to fall in, but these stupid drive clips. So yeah, you can see the AMD stock is not there. I will have to replace it. Okay. Lesson learned. Blah. Damn it. There's this stupid Molex over here that keeps getting in the way. Oh, I think I... Wait a minute. I think the heat sinks on my RAM are scraping against the fan and maybe like forcing the heatsink to be a little odd, like not locked down to the CPU. That might be why like my temps are a little high, because it's not as tight as it could be or should be. I'm gonna scoot the fan up a little bit. I think I already did that, but I'm gonna do it some more. And this actually I probably should reapply thermal paste. Well, so let me think about it. If this actually is something that's happening, and I get cooler temps off of air cooling this way, then maybe I don't need thermal cooling. Maybe I can just send that back and get my money back. We'll see, we'll see. Alright. Think about how to easiest way to up. If you have an Aorus X70, I had the same issue with my cooler. Not enough room between the CPU and RAM, so the cooler was slightly bending one of my RAM sticks. Yeah, I definitely saw my RAM moving around when I was looking at it, so it's definitely touching. The fucking RAM has this like super edgy shit on it that like the heatsink fins and stuff. Fan designed to only rest at a certain spot. see here. Need to have a little more clearance. Okay. Well, here, let's have the cord come out the top for starters. Okay. Okay, I think I see now. The fan has little feet. That seems pretty crazy. I would figure clearances were accounted for across manufacturers. They are absolutely not. No, 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 no. When you start like mixing and matching parts like this, yeah, that's a big deal. Especially with how just massive, utterly gigantic PC hardware has gotten. Heat sinks and every... That's what. Okay. See what I can get away with here. Okay. Yeah. Wait, that's not... Is that giving me any kind of like height? Jesus. It really doesn't want me to like pull that off of... Ugh. See. Ooh. Crazy. There's like little... Yeah, there's little plastic feet. It really wants to have resting on this like sound dampening thing, which is, I mean, it's good design, I guess, but causing me a pain in the butt now. Huh. Ah, well. Okay. I can just yank you up. Oh. Shit. There. I think. Ah. A little rubber dampening strip started to peel up. I think it's okay, though. Okay. Alright. There we go. Wait. Yeah. Wait. I can't tell if that actually got me any height or not. I think it did. I'm gonna prep these surfaces later, so... Yeah, it had to have. Look at how much it's like poking off the top now. Okay. Let's see if this drops in a little more flush. Or wait. Yeah, that's right. That's why I had it rotated this way. Ugh. Wait a minute. How could it have been... No, it wasn't. Never mind. I need more light down there. When do we add the goopy goop? Well, I gotta take off the goopy goop that's there now, but... Okay. Yeah, that didn't feel like it, like... collided with anything. Yeah, that feels a lot more, like, solid and... in there. Okay. Good stuff. I think it'll clear the case too. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, promising. Now, let's see here. Put in the other fan. Put the other fan back in. No, that happens after. Okay, now I have to prep the surfaces and re-goo, I think. Are you regretting your AMD setup yet, or would this be a future Intel problem anyway? This CPU in particular runs pretty hot, but a lot of Intel ones do too. So this is not really connected to the manufacturer of the CPU, I don't think. What playlist are you using? This is the radio from RP Gamers Network, or rpgamers.net/radio. It's just a free radio of video game music, streaming random all the time. Oh boy, I might have to kink that back a little bit. Okay, good. It can make to the jumper though. That's all that matters, really. Okay. Slightly misaligned fitting of the cooler is the culprit. Well, we don't know that yet. That's the going theory. We don't know that yet. Perfect song. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? All right, let me think about this. Yeah, prepare surfaces. Which means I've got to take the thermal paste off that and the chip, and then reapply the thermal paste to the chip, and then reseat the thing, and then screw it back down. That ought to be it. How hot was it running? In load, it was getting up to 90 degrees Celsius. And I at this point, I'm willing to bet it's a reasonable explanation that it was because the heatsink was kind of getting held up, or kind of just spaced out just a teeny bit by a RAM heatsink. It was kind of shoving on the maybe on the fan a little bit and just prying off the CPU just ever so slightly, reducing its cooling efficiency. Okay. Ugh. Now, I'm gonna get close again. Oh shit, it's getting mystical in here. Guess I'll clean the CPU first. Or sorry, I'll clean the heatsink first. Okay. Here's our guy. So shiny. I'm gonna put it a little off center. Thermal material remover. God, look at that. There's like a giant thing of dust. Like a dust bunny on my finger as I have to prep surfaces. And now the magic happens. That exact same cooler and it rules? I expect it rules too. I just don't think I installed it 100% properly. Or there were factors with the installation, I think, that interrupted its performing efficiency. Truth be told, really, what it is. I wrote that article about, or that script about PS5s, and it got me thinking a lot more about thermal dynamics. Namely that I was probably getting temperature throttled. When I kind of reflected on it, because my mind was on it, I was like, yeah, what I was seeing in like 3D Mark implied to me that it was sort of thermal throttling. The more I tried to overclock it, the worse it performed. I had some instability in Cyberpunk, which lol Cyberpunk, but it is the only game that hits my hits my system the way that it does. So I think that counts for something. I really just want it to, like... I'm just gonna put a drop on that last little bit. Oop. Boom. And then one here too. Boom! Boom! If I exchange my points. Wait, I don't understand. You asked that before, Loof. I don't think that's a thing you can do. Unless you're asking me if it's like something I can do, which I cannot. I don't think channel points are meant to be traded or exchanged. Otherwise people would just farm them, you know? Ooh. But if you know of a way to do that, go for it. I guess I'm a little unsure what step in the process you're asking my permission for, because it may not be mine to give. Yank a few optical cloths. I think he means redeem the points for a card, then give the card to someone else. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. If you want to redeem and say, send this to somebody else, and then they give me an address, yeah. I give someone my parts, maybe you can give the card to someone. I mean, if you redeem and just say, give it to blank, yeah. Otherwise, I guess I'd have to add like a custom action specifically for that one thing. All right, I'm gonna go grab, usually I use toilet paper for the first pass. It's probably bad, fibers or whatnot, but there's a priming pass later that I'll use a free cloth for. Oh god. Wait, Loof, god damn it. Wait, you were asking just so you could redeem a bunch of cards and hand them out? You're creating a lot of work for me. I mean, if you do that, it's gonna be a while before I ship them out. I'm gonna be honest. I have a lot of stuff to do in the next few days before I leave. But that's something I never thought about, actually. People wanting to do that. That's a mirror shine, but we can shine it more. Usually I do like 2 passes with the remover and then 1 pass with a primer. At least that's what seems like a good idea right now. I think the primer is just alcohol. The new thermal paste I got, the kit, came with like an alcohol wipe. And I was just like, just wipe it down with this. Like, well, okay. I don't know, I like the, something calming about using a variety of chemicals. Again, I should just get into Gunpla. Basically already there. It would be cool if a fan fit inside the cooler. Well, prepare for coolness, because that's exactly how it's made. You see? See this fan? Unlucky jellyfish, thanks for the prime. Guess what? Zoomp! Look at that. Zoomp! It goes right in there, and then you plug it in. And then you got fans. So yeah, I mean, the goodness, or the good thing about having a ton of huge fans is that they don't have to spin very fast. It means you don't get the motor whine, and you don't get the whoosh. Putting oils and liquids on the PC parts make me feel like a tech priest for 40k? Hell yeah, no. I know what you mean. There's something sort of meditative about it. But also, like, you're doing some kind of ancient invocation. Still see little smudgies on it. I don't like that. I think it's because there was a little bit on the edge, and when I wiped it that last time, it like streaked. A little, I don't know, it's hard for me to believe that like an extra smudge of thermal paste is going to completely compromise the cooling integrity of this entire cooler. I mean, it is still thermal paste. Any games tonight? Potentially. If I can get this up and running and it, you know, doesn't melt my computer, then yeah, what I wanted to do was test it with Cyberpunk, but out of focus. I have to manually focus because my my webcam really doesn't like to focus properly. It just keeps like snapping in and out of focus, trying to find what to focus on in an automatic. Oh wait. Also with this range, do I focus at the desk? Do I focus here? Do I focus here? Oh, it's the light reflection off the plate? Yeah. Well, it was doing that even when it was just my computer. And it wasn't even the light reflection off the desk either. My keyboard was covering it, I think. But yeah. Just couldn't figure out what to grab. That's okay. You know what, webcam? You don't have to have all the answers. All you have to do is what you're doing right now. Oh, hell yeah. I see a scuff or two. See that? That's kind of interesting. I wonder where that came from. Also like a weird little mark right there. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now, the thermal surface purifier to prepare surface for thermal interface material. See instructions on back. Apply several drops to the thermal mating surface and wipe gently with a lint-free cloth to dry. I think I'll save that for right before I drop it on. Yeah, I don't know what those scuffs are about. Maybe that means my cooling efficiency has been reduced by 10%. Oh! Oh, that's not good. Oh, I know what that was. I just heard something hit the floor. Putting black screws on a black mouse pad. Not a good call, usually. Alright, I'm gonna go spelunking. I'm gonna go find it. Oh, man. There is a deity watching over me right now. Thank you very much, wherever you are. Appreciate that. Got my back. I like that. I'm gonna move this stuff before I knock it off. Just like, there's no staging area anywhere in this entire desk setup. It's all used space. So if anything moves or anything like gets added, it becomes a series of shuffling things around. It's like those slidey block puzzles. I love it. Thank you, RP Gamers Network Radio. I think the first writing thing I ever applied for was to submit articles to rpgamer.net. No joke. They did not accept. I'll be right back. Trying to remember why I started following that site. Ugh. Some kinds of like smudgies on my desk. Gross. Their loss. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ah, man. I guess that piece doesn't matter so much, but it was sitting in like condensation runoff. This is how G Fuel is going to get infused into my PC. It was sitting in G Fuel condensate. All the like G particles that suffuse through the edge of the glass went onto the desk and crawled up onto that piece. And it's like the most central part, too. This is a visual novel? It sounds like it. This sounds like a... Oh, it's Breath of Fire 3. Oh, man. Oh! Did I ever submit to Games Radar circa 2015 to 2010? Games Radar? I don't think I ever got published on Games Radar, no. And that time, I was writing for GamesAreFun.com and then TheGameReviews.com. And after that, I think this is... Yeah, this is... Oh, man. There's some new scuffs I put in dragging my computer across it, but... We hear Panther for those sweet deals. Maybe we do. Oh! That's right, 30% off. I had to pick this weekend because it's like the only weekend I'm going to be here. I'm going to be traveling so much. Also, you can get a Sonic shaker. 30% off. Look at how beautiful that is. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. God, the stupid lettering and everything. It's too good. It's too good. They actually didn't give that one to me. I was like, bro, I gotta have that Sonic shaker, and he's like, we're sold out. It's like, so I guess like they have to have so much stock or something. Wasn't that a custom shaker? No, it's the Sonic box set. You do have to buy it with chili dog flavored G Fuel. That's not a joke. It's a real thing because G Fuel's actually fucking awesome. I guess they have. I get kind of why they might have a weird reputation because they sponsor like a lot of hype beasts and esports pros and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think I'm a little bit out of their wheelhouse because I'm older and a little more chill in general, but still. The best troll is the one that's real. How's that chili dog stuff taste? I actually haven't tried it yet. I want to play the new Sonic. There's a new Sonic. Like Sonic Color Force or whatever. Oh, it's the remake. Never mind. But the one that's the one that looks like just a dumpster fire on Switch. I'm into that. And actually, I still need to play. Yeah, it's not new. Never mind. It's a remake. But I still need to play Sonic Boom 1.0 on the Wii U. I've got my retail copy of Sonic Boom, and I have my Wii U disconnected from the internet for that classic Sonic experience. That was part of the 24-hour sub goals from a long time ago I never fulfilled. Well, I did obligate to a week of streams, too, so maybe I can knock all these birds out with very few stones. Week of streams will have to be like at least 3 weeks from now, though. I have so much to do. So many places to go. So many trips I've obligated to. But I am going to do it. I never forget. A quintessential gamer never forgets when he promises to play a game. Was the first stream you watched? That was the April 20th Sonic 06 24-hour extravaganza, right? Which was actually not that bad. That game was actually not that bad. I kind of enjoyed parts of it. I mean, him kissing a girl was weird. Sonic shouldn't kiss any girls before I do. I know this song. It's Toho. Unlucky Jellyfish? Thank you for the prime. I don't know if I thanked you or not, but thank you. Chili Dog Breath? Yeah. Oh, it was a Sonic Marathon where subs voted for the next Sonic game. That's right. And I love coming up with goofy like mini games like that. It's crazy because it is sort of like bad game design, right? Coming up with games that offer interactivity but solely through the exchange of money. An interesting thing to do. An interesting thing to do. Okay. Look at that logo reveal. Oh, you can't see it. I think what if I put it in night vision? You can kind of see it. And unfortunately, the reflection is just too strong. Need some HDR. There we go. Seen that Sonic Colors Ultimate glitch? Wait. Have you heard that some of the Sonic Colors Ultimate glitch videos are faked using an emulator? Oh, okay. I had not heard that. I've never played Sonic Colors, though. Actually, there's tons of Sonics I haven't played. Like, part of me almost is a little regretful that being like streaming hit at this phase in my life, because there's other phases where I could easily have done like, you know what, I ain't got shit to do. Guess what? It's Sonic week, and then just like 12 hours a day, play Sonic games wearing a Sonic outfit. Ugh. Other lifetimes. Music is sick. Reminds me of FTL. Was this Ben Prunty? Space Chem? Colors is rough. That soundtrack, though. Hyper Potions killed it? Yeah? You could still do that. Yeah, Dolly, I tell myself that a lot. Like, it's weird because I actually do have the freedom to do that now. I legitimately do. I could just say no to everything and just do it. But I have to be honest with myself that, like, the things I do instead of doing that are more fulfilling when it is, like, spending time with Steph or going out to do stuff with friends or trying to develop new work opportunities. That's a big thing I've been spending a lot of time doing lately, which is fulfilling for my long-term game plan, which is being able to, like, work with the people I really like, and then pay not only myself, but them properly for it too. It's like long-scale master plan. And then master plan is to set up a company that earns revenue that I can then hand the management off to somebody else. And, you know, not only, like, in so doing, create a bunch of work and opportunity for other people, but also make it so it doesn't require my constant input. Really excited for it. And it's like it's kind of happening. It's kind of sizing up in that direction, so we'll see. Very, very excited. But I think I have to figure out how to do accounting. Restaurant owner management style it do be decent. Is that the line of work you were in, Yondo? Because yeah, you're right. That is sort of, I guess, what I'm thinking. Right now I'm in the kitchen, but I'm also in the owner's office. It'd be nice to. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that is what it. Oh, that drip definitely got outside the chip. Does that mean I need to remove the chip? Probably. Hopefully this doesn't leave residue or anything. It's CPU cleaner, so surely they anticipate, like, maybe it not sitting entirely on the top of the chip. Depends what it's made from. Doesn't say. It emulsifies and removes thermal compounds and pads. The instructions on back. It smells like a solvent, which is not shocking. It doesn't really smell like alcohol. It's a little fruitier. It kind of smells like non-toxic solvent. If it's isopropyl alcohol, you'll be fine. I think the step 2 stuff is probably isopropyl. Also, even when, like, liquid runs off the top cap, it's not like it immediately sucks around under. I mean, it might, based on what kind of liquid it is. But I just see it on, like, the top of the external, like, rectangle thing. I think it's fine. Plus, I'm going to give this a couple more passes of the solvent here. And then I'll hit it with that, hit it with the prep, dry it, goo it up, drop it on, bolt it in, bam. Has anyone ever watched Castlevania? I've seen the first couple of seasons. I really liked it, but I fell a little bit behind. I've clicked over, like, Jacob got me on the Mobile Suit Gundam train. So I watched the first compilation of Mobile Suit Gundam, or Gundam 0079. And it was rad. And this is such a dumb observation, but it really does surprise me just how much Star Wars is in Gundam. It wasn't until, like, I saw the Gundam pull out a lightsaber, I was like, wait a minute. And then by the end of the first compilation, they pretty much straight up say, like, yeah, they're space Nazis. And even that didn't make sense to me right away. Which is dumb considering how, like, Z on, not Z. I was like, wait. Oh, they got me again. If you find 079 rad, you're you're in for a trip. I mean, it's like, it's seeing the beginning of all the tropes, you know? That's fun. And if I don't miss my guess, like some of the things Jacob told me about later seasons, I mean, they do the, like, Sentai thing with it. Where they, like, become aware of their own tropes, and then they play with those tropes within the scope of each season. So I'm looking forward to that too. I've always liked how Japanese storytelling plays with that. It like it assumes that the audience knows about archetypes, so it can start using that in its writing. Sometimes it goes a little too self-aware with that stuff, where it's hard to tell the difference, but Char versus Amuro starts off a lot like Vader versus Luke at the Death Star trench run. Oh yeah, they have like a series of encounters where Amuro always gets one-upped, and his fragile young masculinity has to deal with it. You have to watch Iron-Blooded Orphans. Yeah, I actually started watching Iron-Blooded Orphans only a couple of episodes in, but everyone says it's great. So if you're not going in chronological order, I'd say 083 and 08th MS Team. I am. Yeah. GD. I was just gonna say that isekai anime has gone so deep into just making shows about tropes, which makes sense because when you isekai, you're falling into trope land, like you're falling into fantasy, you're falling into story. So then you basically have a character that is outside of the rules of the world, interacting with it, and then yeah, that's just like that's the exact lens and setup that Japanese writers just go crazy for. Love it. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that ship looks pristine. Pristine chip. Beautiful, pristine chip. Do you look how? Missed a spot. Get out of here. Get out of here. That is a beautiful looking CPU. I'm gonna put a frame around it. Actually, I guess that's what I'm about to do. Okay, so let me think here. What order do I want to do this stuff in? I'm trying to think of what should spend the least amount of time happening. What surface should be exposed the least amount of time? This part always confused me, how to apply thermal paste if it didn't come pre-applied. You just squeeze it all a bunch. Can you move the cam down a bit? Sangroku, it might be better to tell me what you want to see. Because I can, but it's going to get out of focus and blurry and weird. Do you want to just like... Wait a minute, are you trying to read something off the CPU? You trying to hack me? You trying to read my CPU code? You trying to read my MAC address? You want to see my TCP IP address? You trying to steal all my cookies? Is that what you're trying to do? You want to catch all my NFTs? Trying to take all my bitcoins? No! Don't hack all the bitcoins out of my CPU, please! Please don't, I need those! I need those to retire! Oh, you just want to see more electronics, alright. Well here's more of the guts. I had the camera positioned that way because like anything that's reflective and it just kinda goes white. Here are my two sweet M2s that are rated together into one sweet drive, which took about 6 hours to set up. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Never not worth it. Okay. Yeah, they want my swamp trunks. I knew it. I knew it. This sounds like Resident Evil. The musical themes remind me... No, Crisis 2. Alright. I guess it... Yeah, it sounds cinematic. That's what I was reading into it. But like the aughts or the 2010s version of what cinematic is, which I guess is to say Hans Zimmer, I guess. Which is extra weird because Hans Zimmer doesn't necessarily always sound like that, but it's the sound he got associated with. It almost reminds me of like Danny Elfman. He can compose anything. People want that like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it sounds like it fit in RE6. Yeah. Oh, sick. Oh, sick. Super Metroid. Yeah. Fuck yeah. This is so impeccable at setting up atmosphere. What text like waving on or typing on the screen does the like 3 or 4 panel recap. Ugh, so classy. What an efficient way to set up a story and an atmosphere. Is that a Blockbuster card? Yes. I'll be yanking that out later. That's what I'm going to use to apply my thermal paste. Oh. Get that like intersection of something creepy and alien with that militaristic drum. Good stuff. All right. Time to prep some surfaces. Here. Apply several drops of thermal mating surface and wipe gently with a lint-free cloth to dry. Drop. Okay. What cool are you putting on there? I'm reapplying the... Oh, I can't pick it up right now. It's got surface purifier resting on it. Be quiet something. I can't remember. It's huge. It's a large fella. And this is the goo tub I'm gonna squeeze on there. I might want to take out the RAM to make it a little easier to bread. Sir Ken Jammin'. Thanks for the prime. Ooh. There. I think these are all loose. RAM extracted. Oh shit! Somebody mentioned Shovel Knight a while ago. I think Shovel Knight might actually be better than... Shovel Knight as a soundtrack might be better than any Mega Man soundtrack. Mega Man 9 and 3 are real good, but I don't know, man. Shovel Knight's just... It's got it all. Like, this track has everything cool from any Mega Man track all combined into one. And it's the best version of all of those cool things. Like, there's a little music, like the little syncopated part that it did just before this, where, like, the beat kind of clicks to the off one. That's such a Mega Man thing to do. But, God, it's so good. Like that thing right there. Oh, and this? That is such a Mega Man thing. God, right there. Gotta hear the Mega Man X OSTs, especially Command Mission. Ah, X is another story, isn't it? This isn't going for X, though. Mega Man X OSTs are fucking bananas. X1 and X4 are just like ridiculous. Some of those tunes, like even just like mild changes to instrumentation, are just like legitimate bangers. I think any living person would lose their minds at them. Like Storm Eagle, shit fucking flies. Get it? Okay, it's time to apply thermal paste. Last time I drew one of those S's. I don't know what to draw this time. It's so good. Okay, this is gonna be a challenge, but I'll do what I can. A little references here. The screens are really bright. All right. I'll do my best. All right, that's CP by Satan. We can do better than that. We can do better than Satan. Oh boy, this is gonna be okay. Hold on. Shit, I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. Is this Prince of Persia? Oh, it's God of War. All right, that's cool too. Ugh. God damn. Not being able to do line breaks is very, very difficult. Ugh. There. That kind of came out okay. That kind of came out. A little bit. It's the... Wait, see if anyone can get it. See if anyone can guess what that is just based off of it. It's like, I'm your child, and I just brought home this drawing home, and you have to tell me what it is. Let me see if I can get it to, like... okay, there. That might be the best. It's a weird looking tit. I'm your child. Would you really tell that to your child? Ghibli Quake logo? Oh, Quake would have been a good fucking idea. No, it's not the Quake logo. Can't see shit. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There. Ooh, that. Ooh. Give it a nice little drop shadow. Hold on. Ugh. Let me see if I can pull focus. Probably not. Oh. There. Now everyone knows exactly what that is, right? Doom Guy, also an excellent idea. No, it's the, alright. It's the, it's Goku's, Kame House symbol. Yeah, actually, Crap Foam, you got it! You got it, I swear to God, you got it right before I said it. Man, putting that down with, thermal paste is rough. there's so many, like, strokes and picking up and then dropping down again. It's there. It's there, I promise. I promise it's there. It's a hard one to do with paste, yeah. Reach over exceeded my grasp a little there. But now the most satisfying sequence of all. The one in which I pull focus again. Alright. Actually, I think for this to be satisfying at all, yeah, it does kind of have to be flash off. This is the tricky part of, uh-oh, I gotta retrieve my Blockbuster card. Ugh. Over there. See you. There we go. I'm going to use the provided alcohol swab to clean my Blockbuster card so that I can spread with a clean card. Scrape up all the years of thermal paste accumulation from every side. Use a barcode scanner. What does your Blockbuster card say? I imagine it would just be like an ID number. And my ID number's on there. This card is almost 20 years old. Issued on June 4th, 2002. That was like shortly after that must have been like shortly after I graduated high school. Why did I get a Blockbuster card then? I don't know. I mean, it was good for spreading thermal paste, I guess. Having worked at a Blockbuster, those numbers have have meaning. Oh, okay. Well, if you tell me how to interpret any of them, I'll gladly read them to you. I don't think my Blockbuster membership is interesting. Oh, it might have been a replacement. Yeah. Kyra V, thank you very much for the sub. Been nearly a year now. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well. As you can see, I'm deeply within my element as I am about to spread some thermal paste. Time to spread. Oh. It's so thick and spreadable. Spread it to every corner. Ugh. I mean, that's a pretty good coat, but I think actually there's too much on there. So I'm gonna try and thin it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I got a good amount off there. I think I can spread the rest around for a nice thin layer. I'm gonna let this card dry off again. I'm actually gonna turn the light back on because it's gonna be easier for me to see. You guys won't be able to see the spread levels, but I do kind of have to see the color. Dang it. Ugh. That's probably a fine spread. I bet. There's some parts that are a little see-through, but I think it's fine. Let me see if I can... I need to give a close-up shot so that everyone can critique. Can give me deep feedback. About the state of spread. Behold. Now you can see there's some light spots, there's some balder spots. But I think that's okay. Nanometer imperfections, B-. I would say B- is an accurate reading. I think if you had evenness of color and density through the entire rectangle, and it was all the density such that you could just barely see the like logo and chip manufacturer through the paste, that's your S tier spread. I'd say this B- might be a little harsh, but I think that's fine. I'll accept it. All right, time to raise her back out. A B-. The funny thing is, if you properly compress the heatsink down, a B- spread job is just as good as an S-class spread. Because again, like this is something I kind of brought up in the PS5 thermal video, but truly, when it comes to engineering, things either work or they don't. And if they work, that means they're within tolerance. We like to think of like things closer to non-breakable states being better, but that doesn't mean that they'll break faster, or that doesn't mean they'll last longer. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, you gotta put oil in your car. Good spread, not as good as I saw back in '98 at a LAN party, but pretty good. Well, Bill, this isn't a competition, all right? I'm not out here trying to win like a 2 GB stick of RAM. I assume there was a thermal paste spreading competition. LAN parties are the coolest fucking place in the world, man. It is straight up just a car meet for nerds. Straight up with like people peacocking and making like the just jack shit weirdest shit you've ever thought of. I'm so glad that Stephanie went to QuakeCon with me because she kind of really understood it. She was walking around, she's like, oh my god, I get it now. And I was like, great! It's so tough to try and explain that to somebody. Like, yeah, a bunch of nerds just drag all their computer shit to a big warehouse and plug it all in and play video games for 2 days. I mean, it sounds sick on the surface if you're a nerd. But there's something else there. There's a magical quality. I mean, DreamHack is a LAN party too. I imagine those BYOCs have similar kind of pop-up cultures. But like, man, demo parties and demo competitions, PC building competition, it's all the coolest shit. It's all the coolest shit. There was the one guy who had a computer where part of the cooling also cooled down a reservoir of booze. And he just had like a pre-mixed cocktail sitting in this chilled reservoir in his PC. And he would just like turn to a tap and like fill up a cup. And like, if you walked by, you could just like get, so sick, so sick. It's also kind of like Burning Man, but for nerds. Because it definitely has that hippie spirit. That's why love, peace, and rockets is the tagline of it. Not as much fucking though, probably. Probably a little bit less fucking. I don't know about the drugs. I feel like the gamers love the uppers, not the downers. Speaking of. Zoom. That's right, 30% off. Alright. Let me collect my thoughts. So I gotta drop the heatsink on. Been prepped. I haven't spin on it, I don't think. And then I got to get the crossbeam in there, and then I got to get the screws in there. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Bro? Do you see that? Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Absolutely nobody make a clip of that. Gross. How did I have that still on there? Ugh. Parker Malarkey. Parker Malarkey. There we go. I just like saying it. Thank you for the prime. Oh yeah. Dragging consoles over to your friend's house. Those are cozy vibes. I keep trying to recreate those as an adult, but nobody seems to have them. Like, to a point, everyone's like, oh, why would I do that? That's too much work. I'm like, but that's the point. It's fun to set it up. It's just like change it up a little bit. Yeah, but we could just play online. Yeah, I know we can. We can do that every day. Let's make today special. It's Friday, baby. All right, so let's see here. I gotta very precisely, pristinely and precisely, actually. Okay. Backup flashlight. I don't have my Pussy Slayer head-mounted lamp. At the moment, I didn't think I would need it. Yeah, LAN party days. Hey, at least we don't have to spend like 3 hours setting up networking. That used to be part of the LAN party experience, is that you'd get there presupposing that like the first 4 hours of your night we're going to be just trying to get networking up. Okay. That actually felt a lot better. And it didn't feel like it like nicked anything on the way down. I remember the first time I seeded it, it like kind of, I had to like kind of like drop it here and there. All right, now the G Fuel infused crossbeam be ever so delicately inserted. Okay. Wait a second, that doesn't super feel like it's on a second. Can't quite make out what's going on here, so going to extract the G Fuel infused crossbeam. Okay, yeah, there's little ridges that it needs to settle into. So like the heatsink under it needs to match up with these little ridges, and it doesn't quite feel like it's doing it. Okay. Or it is, and it's the degree of tension that is making me uncomfortable. Like the fact that it's kind of wobbly on top, but imagining that once you tighten the screws down, it'll like find its seating. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, ooh, that's in. Okay. Oh, Lexi Spot standing desk collaboration, you say? I've been trying to like hustle up sponsor deals for Inside Games so that I can basically make it like I can pay myself to write episodes of Inside Games, which is the dream and always has been. And also listen to the Jet Set Radio soundtrack all day. Why are the Relic weapon stuff for Realm Reborn so horrible? Because it was the longest like wait. They had to give people the biggest grind because they had just kind of launched the reboot of the game. Why are you doing Relic for Realm Reborn? You just trying to like fill out your just trying to do everything in the game kind of thing? That's another thing I told myself, that once I have unlimited time to game, I would like I'm going to get every mount in Final Fantasy XIV. But like I didn't understand that it still doesn't give you unlimited time. And if you want to do anything else in your life, you have to give up certain things. Hey, what's up, Grizzytron? This other one, I'm putting the easy one in first. Standing desks are amazing. People with back problems should really look into them. Help me out a ton. I think it'll help if you have good standing posture. I mean, I guess I shouldn't speak. I'm not a doctor or a chiropractor. But I think like it would certainly make you a lot more aware of your posture. No, that didn't work. Ooh, this is gonna be a challenge. in there or not. Oh, it is! It is! Sick. I guess I still have to put a fan on, but... Okay. So, whoop! Sorry for smacking you around, chat. The reason that these are so, these were so tight before, because they're the tension screws that essentially bind the heatsink to the CPU, which is weird because it still feels like it's kind of sliding around a little bit, even though the screws are tightened in as hard as they can go. Dang it, sorry about that. Maybe once the... Yeah, it's still like a little dilly-lily, but that actually feels a lot more locked in than it was before. Like you said the same exact thing last time? I did. I'm actually remembering that when I'm saying it. It does feel different. Like, it feels different, but the same. Like, it's still kind of loose, but part of it is way more locked in. Because I remember being able to, like, slide it a little more left and right. Now, like, when I do that, it hits like a hard guard. And it doesn't feel like it's... I think when I was doing that before, it was resting on the RAM, and now it's not. So I really do think that is a fundamental improvement. I have to admit, I was shocked. I was shocked to see just how, like, how high the temps were getting, given that this is a monster and it's got basically 3 cooling fans pushing air out of the case. Granted, the intake is only this guy, but I mean, it's the same like thermodynamics of push and pull. It's efficient to have both happening at the same time, but air's got to come from somewhere. So if you suck it out with multiple fans, it's going to come in from the front. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on CPU. As far as I know, the whole point of thermal paste is to take the air gap that forms when it's not atomic tight. That's true, but I think more pressure helps the thermal paste fill in those gaps. That was always my impression, but... willing to be wrong. Done it before. Certainly wouldn't be a new experience for me. Okay, now let's clip in this other fan. Wait, I mean, make triple sure that it's going to be blowing the right way. I mean, yeah, blows towards logos, so we're all good. But I've actually had fans that break that cardinal rule, so I always try to look for the arrow. How's the build going? Pretty good. I'm not really building. My intention was to replace the cooler, but since then, I've swapped to kind of reseating the cooler. Because I think one of the fans was resting on a RAM stick and kind of tilting the whole works and maybe compromising its thermal cooling capacity. So maybe now that I've readjusted the position of one of the fans and I boot it back up, maybe it'll cool a lot more efficiently. It's still like, it does feel a lot more like within bounds though. Like this feels a lot. It was pretty slidey last time. It feels less slidey this time. I feel good about that. All right. Right, fan. This case also has a single intake, which is going to be a bummer thermally. I guess. I really don't believe that having another intake fan is going to like make 15 degrees difference. Your case also sucks. I really, really don't believe that's the case, though. We'll see. We'll see. And I do love this case. I was thinking about ways that I could, like, change it to make it so that I could mount a radiator on top. I could move the power supply. Ugh. No, I couldn't. I would have to like mount the radiator here. Or move the power supply like here. Have the power coming out the top or the back. Airflow is a big deal. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I've used closed off PCs for years. Never once had a problem. I mean, until now. So maybe it's time for me to eat my words. Be a good humble little Lawrence. PC thermals are basically moving air, and only having the single intake hurts. Haven't been an issue in the past because people haven't been dumping 1 kilowatt of heat into their cases before. I guess. I mean, okay, I'll admit it hurts, but I still feel like if it's within tolerances, it should be fine. And I still feel like this is within tolerances, mostly because of the gigantic, like the 2 gigantic fans here and the exhaust fan here. If it's going to move air out, that's going to create a suction that's going to pull air in. And yes, intake fans aid in that and basically make the fans have to work less hard to get the air out. But the fans aren't even really spinning up that high. It's just hot, which makes me think something's up. That's also the other weird thing. Maybe I need to check my like fan temps or my fan speeds. Maybe they're just not spinning up. And maybe if I just had them blow a little harder, it'd be fine. I'd expect my case fan would kick on, though. Think you get your fan speeds in the BIOS too slow? Maybe, but I didn't really change anything. I didn't really, like, fiddle with anything. What I think is bizarre is that this has, like, well, I guess it sends the same voltage to both fans. But this little cable, I think, would make both fans run at half speed? I don't know how electronics works. It's like series or parallel voltage changes, but wattage doesn't. I don't know. Ooh. Colin Bryan, thanks for the sub. The Katamari sub. The Choo sub. The na. Swear to God, they could make these games forever, and I'd be so into it. It doesn't have to be different. It doesn't. Although I imagine for the creator it does. Like, that's kind of what I think about, like, people who just kind of want to watch a particular kind of thing forever. Yeah, you might want to. There's another party involved, though. Oh, holy moly. Oof, this is gonna be a tricky one. On a second, I gotta give myself the best seat in the house for this. And use my flashlight. Used to be the best commercial vacuum cleaner repairman in Houston. I've always wanted to put my old skills to a custom case, airtight, quiet, low-powered vacuum motor for circulation, etc. Yeah, do it. It's interesting that you call yourself, or you say that you used to be some hotshot, like take the title from you in a street match. Jared Morales, thanks for gifting a sub. Come on. There. Wait. Ah! Eesh. I'm trying to get both these hooks in so that I can clip it onto the heat sink. There we go. Oh boy. Watch me. What a dumb way to dox myself. Opening my notifications tray while using my flashlight. Ugh. Or worse, dox somebody else. Gosh, come on. Okay. Fan has been clipped. Man, this soundtrack is so good! I bought this soundtrack on CD at an anime convention. What's wild, too, is, like, how... There's no reason that Katamari should be dominated by, like, this kind of music. Actually, it's kind of not. The soundtrack's sort of all over the place musically. Ooh. It doesn't really have a whole lot of thematic consistency apart from just being kind of bonkers and good. There's a lot of, like... I guess it's very 60s. It's very pop 60s. But there's nothing about the game that means it should be that way, unless there's some sort of cultural association with that and that art style in Japan, which I could actually see. I haven't seen a whole lot of, like, media from 60s Japan. I don't know if it's all, like, storybook style or cutesy. No reason it shouldn't be. No, I agree. It fits, to some degree, it does fit the spirit of the game. Although you would think it would be about, like, Sisyphean labor. You'd think the soundtrack would be, like, a lot more obliged and toiled, because that's essentially what the game is about. Then you changed the CPU 4 months ago. Yes, I'm not changing the CPU. I was going to swap the CPU cooler, and then that changed to me servicing the CPU cooler, readjusting a fan, and reseating it. And I think I'm done with that, so... Now I have to reinsert my video card. Just this. An SLI, yeah, right. That was a bad idea even when it was a good idea. Ooh. The good news is that from this angle, I can also tell that I was pushing on the right tab to get it out. I don't know why it was such a pain in the butt. Sometimes you gotta, like, hold it in place so that the display ports actually line up with the chassis. Pain. Oh, list server. The problem I was experiencing before is that I was getting temperatures of 90 degrees Celsius off the CPU. So I'm pretty sure I was getting thermally bottlenecked. And I wasn't getting the performance that I crave, the performance I require. So after taking it off and tinkering with it a little bit, I think I discovered that... Can I really loop it under something? There. I think I discovered that the fan... This fan was, I think, resting on one of the RAM DIMMs under it. And I think that was kind of not making the... I think that was making the heatsink kind of rest at a weird angle on the CPU and probably not being thermally efficient. What's up, Dr. Sinwar? I would say about Katamari that it makes sense. The music is more upbeat in a way you described, just based on the way Japan views something Sisyphean. Like there's more joy and virtue and continuous toil for the greater good of Japan, I'd say. That's a really interesting observation. I hadn't thought about it like that. They do almost on a cultural level value humble labor, which I think, I don't know. I feel like there's goods and bads to that. On one level, I do think it, like, culturally valuing a simple task done well is something that doesn't happen in America, that's for sure. Like, it better be fast and cheap. Whereas in Japan, you know, there are people that have spent their lives making one kind of candy, and they would say, like, oh, I'm just a beginner. Like, I've only just begun to explore the philosophy of what it is to make a candy, and I will forever be a student of this craft, as they, like, just keep, like, for their 40th year, you know, as long as their bones move. So, on one level, I think to respect labor and craft that way is a cultural good, because it means that maybe people aren't treated as disposably for just doing their jobs. Whereas in the United States, geez, if you're seen as doing unskilled labor, no one gives a fuck about you. And no one gives a fuck about what you do, either. It's called unskilled labor for a reason, right? In the United States, anyway. Alright, I'm gonna play fast and loose and put the case back on. There's no reason it wouldn't boot, right? What am I doing here? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong, PC. What do you need? What do you need from me? Oh. What the? Oh, wait a minute. I wondered if this was gonna be the case. I don't think that's what's preventing it from... Might be, though. What the? No? Something weird's going on here. What the? Oh, the shit's scraping off. No, it's definitely not that, though. It is some of the thermal shit. It doesn't feel like it, though. I think it's because it's on its side, to be honest. I think when it's like standing up, the metal kind of sags in a different way. Okay, well, it's on there now. No problem. Leon, hey, thank you for the sub. How's the upgrade going? Shockingly well so far. So far. I just reseated a cooler. Now I'm going to try and flip it up. I understand why the inside of the case has so much padding. To deafen noise. So this case actually comes from an era before, or an era when the individual parts of a PC made a lot more noise than they do now. There were way more moving parts, more rattling, buzzing. Yeah, old school soundproofing, exactly. But guess what? Old school soundproofing still works as soundproofing. And I do like having quiet cases. I was never a big fan of like fan whine or anything. I expected more. What do you mean? You mean you didn't exactly expect a PC case that I've had for 20 years and have drilled parts out of and have like stickers from QuakeCon 2010? I guess when they started putting stickers on. That's not enough? That's not old school gamer enough? There's stickers on the other side too. And the top and the front. Also the front I've had to replace a USB port on without using a heat gun, and that wasn't easy. A lot of like putting a soldering iron on 4 points and tugging on it and then trying to like suck more solder off. And guess what? It works. Booyah. Booyah. I broke that USB port like a month after I got this case, and I only repaired it like a year ago. So here. So like that oh how punk meme, except it's gamer. See? Wait a minute. You have to... The USB port's kind of hidden. See how that one's a different color? Soldered it in! There's also the external firewire, just in case I ever need that. Dumb. And I actually re-upped my disk drive to have a Blu-ray player, so now I can watch animes. It's pretty cool, huh? It's pretty cool, huh? It's pretty cool, huh? No swamp crotch, not today. Gotta plug everything in. Okay, well, I didn't find all the cords, but I got most of them. As long as I have mouse and keyboard and a monitor. That's it, right? That's it. Alright, let's see here. That's the monitor. I don't think... Actually, my computer might boot to a spicy meme. So there, now you just get to see the reflection of the monitor. I didn't turn on, but that's because I had the switch in the back. And I'm gonna do this without headphones so I can hear it catch on fire. Click. My keyboard turned on, but it doesn't seem to be sending out video yet. It was doing this before, though. I don't know, sometimes my computer just doesn't, like, decide to send out video when it boots. I don't know why. Bad juju put in the panel on before confirming. I mean, it's doing stuff. It's it's like booting. It just hasn't put any, like, signal out. Let's see. Good news is that the keyboard turned on. PC sometimes try to send video out through the Mobo. Yeah. It shouldn't do that. I should have set that so it doesn't do that. Because usually, yeah, there's a BIOS setting for it. Oh, okay. It did. Okay. It is outputting to this one specific monitor, so maybe it just needs to be told to output to all the other ones too. So yeah, computer has booted. Booted. Yeah, it just can't. It doesn't know that it's didn't detect another display. It just doesn't think it's plugged into anything else except the. This is HDMI, I think. All the display ports are off. That's weird. Well, let's give it a reboot and see what happens. Yeah. Ooh. Born Again Waffle House, thank you for the sub. Thank you, Lone Axel. Thank you for the great job. We'll see. Again, we'll see. We're not there yet. Yeah, it just really will not send out video out to any of my display ports. Chum and Big Haas, thanks for the resub. Yeah, it's only outputting to HDMI. And it won't detect any of the other displays. Maybe I just need to plug them in while the thing's on. There we go. Maybe hit me with all that Undertale. Hell yeah. Yes. 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 Oh goodness. Okay. I think what happened is one of the display ports was like half plugged in or something, so it just didn't grab any of them, but for verification, computer has booted. And then there's the wallpaper on the other monitor, which appears to be a Jeep set up to be a 9/11 memorial, so that's cool. Yeah. Never forget, you guys. Never forget. We're coming up on the time of year when people might forget. You should not do that. We don't forget here. I hope you don't. I hope you didn't either. What I hate is that it says that this is like display 2 now, which causes problems with some other annoying things. Also, it's not detecting my capture output. That's going to be a problem when it comes to playing video games. Let's see. But I can switch over to this now. NYC won't let me forget? Okay. Put you even closer so I don't have to... I'll have to reorganize all that later. Let me think about this. The only thing that's not working right now is, it seems... Yeah. It's not sending a signal. My capture hardware. It's not detecting that capture hardware is plugged in. Are you gonna check the fan BIOS and speed? Only if it's still hot. There's no reason to do it otherwise. All right, I'm gonna throw a hot little reboot on this thing. See if it'll detect the HDMI. Cause sorry. HDMI. Tell my capture hardware captures. So I had all my displays up, but it wasn't cloning my main out too. But yes. Now I have the boot on my main screen, which is good. Actually, here, I'll check the fans. Christian, don't you pick the perfect time? Sub. With this beautiful song. Temperature is 50 degrees. Which off a boot, like rebooting, it's dropping. 50 is not that bad, but hopefully it doesn't get higher when I'm running a game. See here, Smart Fan 5. Smart Fan 5. Looks like they're like fan curves that I could apply. I think if I switch to, yeah, there we go. All right, CPU fans are at 1,000 RPM. I have a system fan at like 500 RPM right now. But it's also not under load, so. CPU's 44, system temp is 33. But it's, you know, also hasn't done much. But, there you go, you got it. Those are rookie numbers? Yeah. They're pretty tiny, they're pretty baby. Give me a minute. Yeah, not an RTX Cyberpunk. What's the name of the, you guys told me last time. What's the name, because I have it installed. What's the name of the utility that'll tell me CPU temps off this thing? I think it's part of a tray of tools with my motherboard. There's a real temp, HW monitor, CPU Z. That might be HW monitor, hardware monitor. Ryzen Master, that was the one. That was undoubtedly the one. Ugh. Crap, it's still not detecting the... Oh, man. I might have to reboot my stream PC. To get it to detect. Maybe I gotta disconnect it from the other side? Because it sure doesn't want to know that it's plugged into capture right now. Snake eater. The best songs. And with somebody whispering the thesis of the song to you right at the end. In a mysterious way. The absolute best. The pinnacle of all music. It's what we just heard. Okay, let me go pop some let me go pop some chips out and pop some chips in. Let me pop the chips. Yeah. Jeez. Like, why was it so hot? Why did it go up to 60 just then? Maybe it was like freaking itself out. Because I just... What the... I guess 70's not bad, but why is it still doing that? Just sitting here. I don't understand why the temperature's spiking up and down like that. Nothing's not doing anything. 60, it's cozy. Yeah, but it should be ice cold. I guess Chrome is doing stuff. That's true. Ugh. Ryzen 5 can spike when your system does little things in the background. Yeah. 60 when you aren't doing shit is not great. See, that's kind of where my head's at. Like 45, I'd be a little more comfortable with. All right, but first of all, first problems first. It's all the Bitcoin miners you installed. Oh yeah, you guys hacked my CPU. God, you got me mining all these Bitcoins now. I would love to show it to you, but the capture's not working. So you guys are gonna be so rich. You're gonna be so rich from my stream. It's not for you to make money. This is for me to make money. Oh my Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've just made a critical discovery. Oh. Oh my gosh. Critical discovery discovered. Yep. Okay. Studio mode. All right. Did it. Done did it. You. Woo! PKO net with the 20 gift subs. You didn't. We haven't even verified that anything's been done. But goodness, that is quite a pog, sir. You have loaded me down with pog energy. It's. Thank you very much, PKONet. I appreciate that generosity a lot. Pog Champions, exactly. You are now ranked Diamond in the Pog Champion League. Thank you very much. The thing is, like, we don't know that anything was done yet. I'm gonna throw on Cyberpunk, and we'll see how these temps go. Is there a way to make this always on top? That'd be sick. I guess I could play it in windowed mode. What CPU do you have again? 5950X. I'm telling you, these AMD 5 series run hot at RMA just to try a new one. That's a lot of work. And yeah, they do run very hot. They did recommend air cooling. I'm really curious, how it's going to go in once there's a game chugging on it, which is our next point of business. How long is this music track? I don't know. Let's see. There's not really a playhead on the radio. It just kind of plays songs. I'm on Team Case Intake. I think that might make a difference of like 5 degrees, which might make the difference, but I'm not overclocking or anything. Was it overclocked? It's running at default. I mean, you can see it right there. It's default. I played around with some overclocking settings. Your run's at 40. You have a 49 or a 5950. Yeah, well, here's my backup plan is if this doesn't result in substantially lower temperatures. I found a Reddit thread where people with your same cooler and CPU are getting 38 to 45 degrees idle. Ugh, okay. Yeah, and overclocking isn't really worth it. I agree. What's your current CPU usage? I mean, it's idle. It's not doing whatever Windows is making it do. Mining all those coins. Oh, that's true. Uppers, downers. Yeah, that's a good way to test if it's a case flow issue. If it gets hot, pop the panel off, and if that keeps temps down, that means it was a case issue. It's a good point. This reminds me of about what it was before, though, so I'm not convinced that moving the fan around actually had that much of an impact on cooling. But let's find out. Let's go play a game. But first, I have to eat something. Wonder if it's the BIOS or drivers. I mean, I don't think it's either. Somebody did mention undervolting. Oh, what's the ambient temp in the room? It's pretty warm today. It's, I mean, it's cooling off finally, but it was about 80 well, Fahrenheit. It was like, oh god. All right, that's a good time to call it. I don't need to hear that song anymore. It became like the rallying cry for nerd culture in like the late 2000s, and that was just a dark time. A dark time for nerd culture. Oh, you had to undervolt? But it doesn't, like, you don't have to change clocks, right? Could try it. Select manual. To enable manual controls. Undervolted to Ando seed? Damn. Shouldn't need OC though? No, I don't really need to. I undervolted my 3800X and it helped the heat significantly. Didn't lower too much though. I don't want to take it off, don't mess with that stuff, you don't know how to do it. Yeah, of course, I know. Well, here's what I'm concerned about. Well, this is a dumb thing to be concerned about, but if I take it off auto here. Yeah. If I take it to manual, is it just going to lock my CPU speed at 3400 or 3.4 gigahertz? Because I like it to scale up and down based on load, like, obviously. So, I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll find out. I'm going to put you over here. Shoop. Nestle you right there so I can see that. I'm going to go eat something. I'm going to go microwave up some leftovers. Leave that all to default. Yeah. Undervolting doesn't sound like a bad proposition. But... I'll be back. I'll be back with some Cyberpunk. Oh, shucks. I got to set up my, my claw. Run Prime 95 while you eat. I do that too much, I think. I think I, like, try to work while I'm eating all the time. Yes, degree does not equal understanding hardware. I think the point that Ribby was trying to make was that, I've messed around with PCs enough. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, Dilly, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Because I worked with computer scientists who, like, kind of were there for the money, you know? Which is not a bad thing. But I guess I assumed when I got into computer science or I got into coding that I'd always be surrounded with, like, Star Trek loving nerds. And that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case even a little bit. Okay, break time. And when I come back... We'll mess with Cyberpunk and see how this computer handles the load. I'll be back. See you guys in a bit.
At this point,